Or HARP. Folks who refinance with HARP can save an average of $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. Our home loan experts fully understand the HARP guidelines, and they'll walk you through our streamlined process. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And this year, for the first time, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed law 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Whenever a corporation issues a statement declaring that it is committed to, quote, treating consumers fairly and with respect, chances are it's not. After all, if the outfit was actually doing it, there would be no need for a statement. Indeed, this particular claim came from Encore Capital, one of our country's largest buyers of bad consumer debt. And it definitely has not been playing nice with the people it browbeats to collect overdue credit card bills, car loans, etc. New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman found that Encore, based in San Diego, filed nearly 240,000 lawsuits against debtors in a recent 4-year period, using our courts as its private collection arm. Problem is, Encore's bulk filing of lawsuits are rife with errors, out-of-date payment data, fabricated credit card statements, etc. Tons of them are missing original loan documents, payment histories, and other proof of debt. Debt predators, however, scoot around this lack of facts by simply having their employees sign affidavits asserting that the level of money owed is accurate. Judges, overwhelmed by the unending flood of lawsuits filed by Encore et al., have accepted those affidavits as true, thus ruling in favor of the corporations. But Schneiderman found that, surprise, affidavits were simply being rubber-stamped by company employees who didn't have time to check for accuracy. An employee of one large debt buyer testified that he was having to sign about 2,000 affidavits a day. This is Jim Hightower saying, this is no minor scam. 1 in 7 adults in the U.S. is under pursuit by debt collectors. It's hard enough for struggling families to claw their way out from under the economic crash without having lying, cheating, predator corporations twist the court system to pick their pockets and shut off their hope of recovery.
As warm weather arrives, so do the mites. And as any grower or PCA will tell you, these tiny pests cause big problems. But you don't have to stand for it. Fight the mite with Zeal Miticide. In just one application, Zeal delivers effective, long-lasting control of a broad spectrum of mites, including spider mites and red mites. Zeal is registered for field corn and can be used on a long list of crops, including tree nuts, grapes, palm fruit, stone fruit, cotton, cucumbers, melon, mint, strawberry, and more. And not only does Zeal give you long-lasting control, it also affects mites in all life stages, including eggs. Zeal begins to work quickly thanks to translaminar action that reaches mites where they feed. Don't let mites take over your crops this summer. Fight back with the proven long-lasting control of Zeal. Zeal, it lasts, so mites can't. From Valent USA Corporation, Zeal is recommended for use in preventive, threshold, or in-season miticide treatments in tree nuts and can be applied by ground or air in field corn. Always read and follow label instructions.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that there is no one path that's right for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I can only do so much. My options were limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that is a flexible schedule so I could keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found new career training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN, the number 4, LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
Do you like cars, racing, adventure and speed, motorsports of any kind? If it has speed, high performance, or burns octane, there's a brand new show for you. Do you have 1030 weight in your blood, or are you running on 104 performance octane? Then gear up for a brand new show on KCAA called Gotcha Racing. Tune in Saturdays at 4 p.m. with host Joe Britt for news, interviews, and all kinds of stuff you can use about racing and the automotive world. Whether it's learning how to put spark plugs in or spark up your supercharger, Joe's got the answer for you.
Ready, buddy? Ready. All right, Dan. Get it up.
Gotcha Racing. Find out how Joe built the Stallion GT1 exotic sports car, or hear the area's best experts on automotive questions. It's Gotcha Racing, right here, where we put you in the driver's seat and it doesn't stop till you cross the finish line. Saturdays at 4 p.m. right here on KCAA. It's Gotcha Racing.
Well, see you later. Come on, guys, let's go.
The founder of a world-renowned symphony made up of children.
The Inland Empire's most heroic
The
teacher.
world-famous mixed martial arts hero, Baptiste Mansour.
The lady who's saving homeless kids in Redlands.
The Inland Empire has thousands of community, business, and kid heroes. Each week, we share their stories with you. Join us for My Awesome Empire and find out why the Inland Empire is so great.
Saturday afternoons at 5 p.m. on AM 1050 and KCAAradio.com.
This is KCAA.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay on UBNradio.com.
And welcome. You are tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon on Universal Broadcasting Network, out of the Sunset Hour Studios in Hollywood, California, and every Thursday on my syndicated CNBC News Radio channel, KCAA, AM 1050 at 7 p.m. And if you're out of area, you can always call 832-999-1050 to get hope and happiness from anywhere that you are, because that's what this show is about. So there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K-words. No Kardashian talk, no BJ talk, no Bruce Jenner talk either, because we want you to focus on your life, your own reality show, and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So there's no CNN either, no constantly negative news, only topics that affirm the goodness that you are. And first of all, a peace shout out to two fabulous people who made my life easier this last week. That's Sammy at Newport Land Rover Jaguar in Newport Beach, and also to Ronnie at Marathon Administrative, who helped me with fixing my little baby Jaguar, who is making me develop more patience, more tolerance, and a gratitude for when cars work. So that's my peace in and peace out shouts. And to this week, I am so pleased. I have one of my favorite teachers who flew in from West Africa just to be on my show. Just kidding. He's been here for 3 weeks, and I was blessed in 2010, I believe. Yes.
5 years ago.
5 years ago, to meet him in Ghana. I was on my own little peace mission and got to go with the Agape group and meet Brother Ishmael, who became my big brother. As you all know, Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith is my other big brother. And I asked both of them who's the bigger brother, and they both pointed at each other. So that's kind of funny on who's older. But he gave a workshop when he was here. He will come to visit about every year. And he changed my entire relationship with money. And so I wanted to bring him on the air to share with my listeners, if you are at all confused about money, or you're wanting more money, you want to create more wealth in your life, you're worried about money, this is the show about money and how to generate creative wealth. So Brother Ishmael Tete is a businessman turned spiritual leader of the Ethereum Mission, a trans-denominational metaphysical organization dedicated to self-awareness and the study of natural sciences in Ghana. He's devoted his life to the transformation of human consciousness through the principles of nature and believes that the peace of the future lies in the children. In his movement for world peace, Brother Ishmael developed Growing the Empowered Child, designed to raise children without anger or fear, who are able to recognize and celebrate the uniqueness of themselves, whose only weapon is love. This is certainly the formula for peace and progress for all humanity. Without further ado, please welcome to the studio, Brother Ishmael Tete. Hi, big brother. Hi. So glad to have you. And I was blessed to actually donate some of my Mommy What Are Feelings books to the kids in your Empowered Children.
Yes.
So I'm very, very honored for that.
Thank you.
Yes. So I'll take you back for those of you who weren't at that workshop. Brother Ishmael stood at the front and he said, how many of you, and this is a large group of spiritual people at this workshop, and he said, so how many of you love money? And I was like, and everybody's looking at each other, and probably a third of the people raised their hand really high, and then he goes, well, if you don't like money, why would money want to come to you? And it was a wow, what a concept! And I stood up, listened, and so that's why I wanted you to come and talk about that.
And I share that money is the only reason why you are here on earth. And everyone was shocked. And many were bold enough to say, no, I don't agree. There were about 1/3 of the room saying, I don't agree. Money cannot be the only reason. I said, I love the debate.
Yes.
I love the interaction.
Well, yeah, because money is supposed to be the root of all evil, right? And if you are spiritual, you shouldn't want money. You should want to help people. That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Correct. That's what you've been taught.
Yes.
But that's because you did not even read the Bible correctly.
Ooh,
because
okay.
it said, the love of money is the root of all evil, which some coveting have fallen out of the path. So it is the coveting of money, meaning somebody has it, you have not worked for it, but you want to have what somebody has worked for. That is where it becomes evil.
I see.
But
wanting it in and of itself is not evil.
No.
Wanting it without working for it and expecting to win the lottery every single day, that's where the evil comes in.
That is where the evil comes in.
Okay. All right.
But otherwise, it's important we get even the definition for money. Money is the symbol for the value of service rendered. Let me repeat that. Money is the symbol for the value of service rendered. And service is the release of your energy to benefit another person or group or nation. So that if you dislike money, you are saying you are disliking your own service energy. You are disliking you are hating you. And the only reason you are here is to give service to one another. What I call the grand purpose of everybody is that you are here to evolve, to be more for the promotion of life.
Okay.
And to be more means more of service, and more of service means money. Money is a symbol. You see, when I come and sweep your home for you, I have released my energy to benefit you. So you give me some coins, some tokens, something that symbolizes the energy I have released to you. And that symbol is called money. Otherwise, money is just paper.
Right. It's just the currency of exchange.
Correct.
That's the way I understand
Of
it now.
exchange of energy.
The exchange of energy. And if we, and you can make that energy exchange with pretty much anything.
Correct.
And I understand my purpose as a unique one of 7.3 billion is I have unique gifts, talents, and abilities that I share in exchange for that currency called money.
And what you share in exchange is also money. So that's why money comes as credit card. It comes as a handshake. Because sometimes you do a whole business with just a handshake.
Right.
And that is money. So money is not the paper you are holding. Money is the energy that paper, coin, treasury bill, or bond is representing.
Okay.
The energy it is representing.
So what if someone says, I don't have that energy exchange? So there's a couple of scenarios here. One is a person who doesn't have a job, can't seem to get a job to get the money energy. What do you say to them? How do they get to a place where they're attracting creative wealth?
You see, let me tell you, I am a universal citizen. I come from Africa. So nature is my teacher. And all the principles I share are principles that you can see in nature. Everybody is a leader. Everybody has a gift to give to life. You just need to go into yourself and find what is the gift. Often, people judge themselves. Oh, I have only one gift. I have only two gifts. I love a story in the Bible by Yeshua, who the world called Jesus. He said a man was traveling and gave one 10 talents, another 5, and then another 1. And the one who had 10 multiplied it. The one who had 5 multiplied it. The one who had 1 buried it. You see, now if you have 10 silver pieces or 10 ounces of silver, and your producer has 5 ounces of gold, 5 ounces of gold is much more than 10 ounces of silver. And then the one who has 1 ounce of diamond has more. You may have just 1 talent, but that 1 talent is the greatest gift that life is praying for. Often we never explore our talents and we end up burying it all in the grave, making the cemetery the richest place on the planet.
Yeah. So then I have listeners who say, well, I know what my talent is. I'm a musician and I am good at it, but I cannot make money energy with it. I can only make money energy by working at Starbucks or McDonald's. So I've tried to make a life as a musician. I know that that's my gift. I know that that's my art, but I cannot seem to make money doing that. What do you say to them?
If your gift benefits somebody, so you have to package your gift to benefit somebody. I recall once, I have over 40 years of counseling. You don't have a very big hospital in Ghana. You saw it.
Yes,
and people come to me with several degrees of issues. And I recall this young man came to me because he wanted work. He sent out his CV. Nothing was working. And I asked him, can you use your fingers to do anything? He said, oh, yes, I worked here. I can raise my hand. I say, why don't you go to the hospital? There are people there. Those were the days when you go to our hospital and you have to take your own bottle for the medicine. I said, there are people who sometimes cannot even move to buy the clean bottle. Give service to somebody no matter what, if even it means you are not being given that money back. There is no service that go unrewarded. Eventually, life will find a way to give it back to you. He went to the hospital, took my word literally, started helping people who were quite weak and couldn't move. Eventually, one of the nurses took attention and he grabbed the attention of that nurse who was married to quite a wealthy man. Eventually, he found himself now being employed by that wealthy man and now traveling the world. Now, he went out giving service.
Right.
And the service gave him job. And I believe somebody out there has a similar story.
Yes.
So if you're a musician, you're singing, you're doing this, you're doing that, and nothing is working, ask yourself, in what way can what I'm doing benefit somebody? And just go out there. If need be, give it out for free. Somehow, something will
come
change.
back.
Let me show you what happens in nature. The flower never thinks of how to attract money. It thinks of how to exude its beauty. It doesn't think of how to attract bees and insects to pollinate it. But as it focuses on exuding its beauty, the beauty attracts the insects to pollinate it. To be more, ask yourself, what gift of the universe do I have? What must I be for me to have what I want? Always we focus on what you want, and when you go by the senses and the senses don't see it, you tend to feel hemmed in. But when you ask yourself, what must I be? What gift must I be to life so that life will have great joy? And you start exuding that beauty like the flower, your beauty will attract the insects to pollinate you for you to bear fruits and be more.
Beautiful. What a great analogy. But many of us don't think we're beautiful. Many of us have grown up with that critical voice that says you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you're not beautiful. And I know for me that was true. And it was through work and, actual teachers like you, teachers like Dr. Michael, teachers who taught me the discipline, too, of meditation and going within and working on getting rid of those voices, the BS, the belief systems that think that I am not good enough, to actually find the beauty that is within all of us. And we all are, as you say, that beautiful flower, but we have to spend some time cultivating our beauty or removing that negative thought. Yes. I remember a wonderful analogy you also gave way early on about how important we are, a drop of the water. Do you remember?
A drop of water in the ocean is the entire ocean. The drop of water can choose to see its finite self and remain an insignificant drop of water in the ocean, or it can also choose to see its connectedness with the entire ocean. Thus, its consciousness expands and know that for my sake the stars are here. How wonderful that I wear the crown of stars and galaxies. Every day you are wearing the stars. For your sake, the air is here. The elements are here. You are the reason why life is here for you. And when you are a unit of life within life, how can you negate yourself and reduce yourself to a non-entity? What an insult is it to yourself? So come back home to yourself and know that you did not bring you here, and you could not have afforded not to be here. You are here by the life that brought itself here as you. And that is the life that was existing before your ancestors and will be at the end of time. So you are as important as the stars in the galaxies. Flex your chest up and discover that life is here as you. All of life with its wisdom, beauty, love, and power is here as you. But often, like in the story of the talent, we choose to look at ourselves and we look at, this is all I have. He has ability to strong muscles, he's cracking stones. All I can do is to joke. But if a joker packages his joking properly, he will bring smiles to the faces of people and he will make more money than the stone cracker with big muscles.
Aha. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. So creative wealth. So we're going to start by saying we are beautiful and we're going to work on packaging our unique gift. What else can we do to attract creative wealth or to be in that process of creative wealth?
First, we need to identify or define success because many people use money to determine success.
Right. The more you have it, the more successful you are.
The more successful you are. But success is much more than that. Okay. And I define success this way, that success is doing what you enjoy doing that honors you and promotes life. Okay. So there are people who are chasing money and they are doing things that they don't enjoy doing. They may get the money only to cure the diseases they have created. They are not successful.
Right.
So in pursuit of money, the key that we are all driven by is success. And success has these three qualities. You must enjoy doing it. It must honor you. Everybody has some innate values that you believe in, some qualities that you believe in. And often you listen to the society, and society tells you have to do this and you have to do that. So you start working to please society than you. You want to be in that profession, that profession,
right,
to please
lawyer,
society
doctor,
than yourself. At the end of the day, you are not authentic.
Right.
So what you are doing is not honoring the values that you really believe in. And third, whatever you are doing must promote life. Nobody succeeds in isolation. Other people helped you. So can you succeed in a way that those who have helped you will also be successful? And those who will come even after, because often the success comes as a result of the future's invitation. Some good in the future you want to create. You're creating something now for the good of the future. So
you may not necessarily see the results now.
Right. But you want it to prosper those in future as well.
Okay.
Right.
So let me see if I got this. So if we define success the way the society defines success right now, it is, do you have all the money to buy all the goodies and to do all the traveling, and you may hate your job Monday through Friday or do the 70-hour work week, that is not success.
That is not success.
So the success you're talking about is you love what you do most of the time. I'll say 88% of the time. And then it honors you, right? So it makes you feel it's esteemable.
Correct.
It's esteemable.
Correct.
And it promotes life, either now through service or for service for something that will manifest later.
Beautiful.
Okay. So I would ask all my listeners to take that checklist and see if you really want to create wealth, if you really want to be successful, using the definition that society gives and brings, it is, I know from my experience, it may feel successful for the moment. When you
it is actually, you feel stressful, not successful.
Okay.
Because it's now success with stress.
Okay. That's a cool term. Stressful. Yeah. I have a lot of clients who are stressful. Yeah. They hate their job, but they can't quit, or they don't want to quit because they don't want to lose the money, and they live for their weekends. And that is, to me, not success at all.
No.
Yeah.
So your vocation must become your vacation.
Yes. Yeah. I've been saying in this last month that the line between work and play is gone. So my work is my play and my play is my work.
That's correct.
Business and pleasure is business. But then that could be TMI, so we're not going there.
Well, definition for success is like set a goal, achieve. So there's always competition instead of collaboration. When you have the definitions I've given, it creates a successful world, a joyful, collaborative world.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's change gears for a second, because you always say that you think that you can see peace on the planet in our lifetime. And I did a show on Is World Peace Possible? And with everything going on, since we talked and you gave me that the last time you were on the air with me, there's been ISIS, there's been Nepal, there's been, all sorts of circumstances and happenings around the planet that absolutely go against your desire for peace on the planet. So update me.
Yes, you've mentioned a few. Sometimes even the lawgivers who we are paying to protect us, shooters, killers, harassers. We know all of that. My next door neighbor, Nigeria, we have Boko Haram kidnapping girls and young women. And what about the xenophobia in South Africa? We hear all of these. And all of these, when we hear of them, we tend to think it's happening there in America, it's happening there in Nigeria, it's happening there in South Africa. No. It's talking about the collapse of the human system. The present human paradigm we are using is not working. So it is collapsing for a new one to be born. We are only seeing the dissolution of the old system. Suddenly we will awaken to realize that the paradigm we are using is not working. For example, we all talk about peace, but we do not have program in schools that are teaching students peace principles or raising them to be free from fear and anger. We are talking about peace, and we know that the family is the unit block of society. And we are so much chasing money, there's no education system that will enable the 13-year-old pregnant girl know how to raise a child.
Right.
There's no education on relationship. I find it strange that from conception through birth till you die, you are relating with people. And there's no systematic education on relationship.
Right.
So these silent voices of me, you, will now be heard. Because now society will realize that structural living will not give us the harmony we want.
It's not working.
We now need another type of living.
Yeah.
And now, like the Arab Spring, you will observe that the youth are growing with some new type of thinking. They are desiring something different from the old system we are living with.
Right.
So like the Arab Spring, there's going to be a revolution of values. And suddenly, we will begin to teach what is important.
Yeah.
I take Growing Empowered Child program to school. They evaluate it. They say, this is so beautiful. Oh, but our students have to pass. Passing mathematics, English, and science is not enough. Can they pass life?
Right. One of the most important skills is that relationship skill, and it is not taught anywhere. And with family systems, trying to work towards the success of society standards, which is more money, that's even less time at home. That's even less time educating, the children about relationships, about internal peace. And I've said that if we can't have world peace, if we can't even forgive in and of ourselves, as individuals, we can't have a society of peace if we individually are not at peace
with
inside.
This is where you study relationship and you discover who you are. First, you have to learn how to relate with you.
Yes.
By discovering how you operate. And that takes you into studying to discover that whether you are a man or woman, you have both male-female components. Then you have an inner persona that you wear on, such as caring, joyful. These inner persona, whether they are good or bad, if you don't know how they operate, they can really cause you some trouble, some inner trouble.
Right.
And then you have to know who you are in your senses. And then these start operating, you now know how you operate. Then you can accept you. When I know how I operate, it enables me to easily help me know how you operate so we can cooperate.
That sounds like a work. That sounds like job.
Well, it's much easier than
yes,
than you
yes.
think.
And we're going to come back and talk about that in a little more detail, how to find out who we are and how we can have more of that internal peace so we can have peace on the planet. If you've just tuned in, you are listening to the fabulous voice of Brother Ishmael Tatai, who is a mystic from West Africa, a teacher of mine, and the creator of the Empowered Child program to work towards world peace. And where can we find you before we go on break?
Actually, I'm leaving shortly back to Accra, Ghana.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes. But what's happening is that I may probably come back in 9 months' time, as somebody has predicted.
Okay.
We are actually doing a lot of work on the planet. I don't know whether your listeners will understand. We're doing some work on blessing the planet in a way that every in-breath of every human being must download from the cosmos. The plants download energy from the sun. And we want humans, your breath, to download peace, love, and joy to bless Mother Earth so that your every out breath will come with some vibration of love, joy, wisdom, intelligence, creativity, and harmony for planet Earth, for all that she is doing. So myself and my disciples, my mystical disciples, we're working very hard for the planet. And very soon you get the information on how to participate on your Facebook, on your Twitter, so that you all learn how to lift your breath to embrace the goodness of the cosmos, like the plants do, and with your out breath, release the energy of love, joy, and wisdom. We cannot change one soul at a time. We want the future to be that anybody who breathes will breathe a vibration of love, wisdom, joy, and forgiveness. And then it will be 1,000 souls at a time.
You never were good on small numbers, right?
No.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to take a break right now and thank the sponsors of today's show. And if you would like to be a sponsor of this fabulous creative expression that I came up with 4 years ago, I'm in my 4th year.
Wow.
And at the end of this month, I'm actually joining a GLN network, which is out of Texas, and they went through over 800 shows, all talk radio shows, and they chose 80 positive talk shows to include in their network. So we're launching June 29th, and that'll add 100,000 plus listeners to take my advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, and I'm very, very grateful for that. My YouTube views have gone 27,000 views up from last year since we got cameras in the studio, and that is because of you. And I wanted to just thank all of my listeners, because you have really, really proven with your attention that hope and happiness and a shift in the way we look at success and creativity and love and joy and peace on the planet is important, and we are growing in number, and that's pretty awesome. So thank you, sponsors today, Agape Quiet Mind Bookstore and Ricky Ronay.
Are you thirsty for books that will fill your soul with wisdom, joy, and inspiration? Then take a refreshing and nourishing drink at Alice's Quiet Mind Bookstore, located in the heart of the Agape International Spiritual Center in Culver City, which incidentally was recently featured on The Today Show. From aromatic soy candles to best-selling authors like Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith and a whole host of other visionaries, Alice's Quiet Mind Bookstore has everything to soothe your body, spirit, and soul. For more info and directions, visit agapelive.com today.
Want to enhance the beauty that you are? Treat yourself to a beauty and image consultation with Ricky Ronay, a respected professional who can help bring out your natural highlights in your hair and makeup and put you at ease at the same time. You'll benefit from her experience on sets from The Hunger Games to Marie Claire, Mac to Showtime, so you can get ready for that eye-popping photo for your website, eHarmony, or Facebook and beyond. Schedule at ricky@rickyronay.com. That's ricky@rickyronay.com.
And we're back, and you are tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon out of Universal Broadcasting Network, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. for your commute pleasure out of my CNBC News Radio channel, KCAA AM 1050. And today's guest is Brother Ishmael Tate, who is a mystic and a global thought leader and an author.
And a joyful soul.
And a very joyful soul. And my big brother, who's here to just impart more and more wisdom. And I'm just so grateful for you and the work that you do. Thank you. We had said how to find you, and I understand you have a program here that people in the U.S., actually anywhere in the world, can access. It's called the 3 Mystical Truths. So what are those? What are 3 mystical truths? And for some of my business listeners, if you're wondering what a mystic is, can you define what a mystic is?
A mystic is simply one who has direct relationship with ultimate reality. Often we think of God as some superhuman person somewhere in the sky. From African theology, we don't believe in God and something. We see God in and as all. That's why we have reverence for the rivers, for the forest, for everything. Until Westernization Africans are just earth beings.
Mm-hmm.
We have respect for the earth. Even today, many communities have sacred days when they don't even go to farming. It's a holy day for the earth and so on. Every week, fishermen in Accra and Ghana, for that matter, they don't go fishing. It's a sacred day. They will have to spend the day blessing the ocean and so on. So that is what we call mystical living, having direct relationship with ultimate reality through nature, through all you are experiencing.
Beautiful. We're not doing such a good job in America on that one, I have to say. So 3 mystical truths. First one? I know I'm trying to get you to do the whole program in 5 minutes. No, just a teaser. Just a teaser.
Well, the first mystical truth is what we call your magnificence. It welcomes you to your magnificence by teaching you that you are here by the collective power of the entire universe. So start looking at yourself differently. The program does not only teach you, it gives you an experience with nature so intimate that you do not have any choice, but you activate your innate magnificence. You begin to look at yourself as life sees you and not as you have fabricated yourself.
Not the messages that those BS belief systems.
And you'll be amazed you do the first mystical truth to realize that even your negative emotions are your angels and there are ways of employing them so that they serve you. When you don't employ them, then they have the freedom to be wrong in your life and through your life to cause havoc. You go to the second mystical truth, and that works in you activating what we call your 5 major power spots. You have 5 fingers, and if you stand and stretch your arms and feet, you're going to be a 5-pointed star. And life also has 5 major power spots in you. The first one is what we call unified consciousness or oneness. So you activate your ability for oneness, and in that energy, every power spot is a law. So you can invite discord into that power spot in you, and the discord will shift into harmony. Now there's another power spot in you that we call abundance, the law of multiplicity. And when you activate that power in you, you are able to now amplify your life, amplify your potential, your abilities. You come to realize that the talents that you have are the lights of God shining to the world through you. And you go through the third power spot and the fourth and the fifth. And the last one is life goes ahead of you, providing what you need before you needed it. You come to realize that it wasn't your prayers that provided the breast milk of your mother. Before you came out, life has gone ahead of you, providing the breast milk you needed. And even the first breast milk, colostrum, contained the antibiotics your body needs. So that tells you that this life is going ahead of you.
Right.
And you need to know how to activate that power, that ability, so that you begin to go ahead of yourself, providing what you need before you need. And that's the second power spot. The third mystical truth is an amazing one. We are doing that now.
Okay.
Using a simple 2-step process of nature, you as a living spirit come to realize that this body sculpture is not what you are. You are a spirit living in the body. And step 1 will help you to dissolve into nothingness. In nothingness, you step into full power. And life that is here as you takes over you, so you can locate in the eagle, for example, and capture the wisdom of the eagle. You can locate in the flower petal and capture the wisdom, life, and the energy of the flower petal. As a spirit, you have ability to dislocate from this body and experience the infinite universe, so that the drop of water in the ocean is now become the entire ocean. And with this, you are able to actually step into the purpose why you are here. And we call them 3 because each of them is a simple truth, but it expands to embrace every known philosophy on the planet.
Right.
And moreover, it gives you the practice. So every day at 6 a.m., your time here, myself and my mystics, we are in prayer and we tune all of participants in. The program starts always the 1st of every month. Okay. So the next course will start in
July 1st.
July 1st. And even though I'm not here in this country, I have a team, Conscious Humanity, my US nonprofit that takes my work and the work of Ethereum Mission to the international world is here. I have a team. You can check us on the website and contact my team. Beside the 3 mystical truths, I have 29 published books, over 200 workshops, and you will know, everybody is different, so you will know which one relates with you according to your need. So contact my team here, and I am as alive here every day as I am alive from Ghana.
Wonderful. And that website is conscioushumanity.com. conscioushumanity.com.
.com.org, all will go.
All will go. And congratulations. I need ready for the applause. You are celebrating 40 years. It's the Dalai Lama's 80th birthday. You're turning 40. That's fabulous.
You were with us on our 35th anniversary 5 years ago.
5 years ago, and it was a wonderful, and you crowned my other big brother,
Michael,
right?
yes.
It was beautiful. And you're celebrating 40 years. And when I was there, you were building the hospital, so that hospital is now in full running. And in Ghana, you are on, actually probably more than just Ghana, you're on TV 5 days a week?
Yes, I'm on television 5 times a week.
5 times a week.
The hospital is not fully running. The ground floor, which is the natural medicine, and then the top floor, which is the spiritual medicine, are in operation.
Okay.
The middle floor, which is the Western allopathic medicine, we're still raising funds to put it into operation.
So there's another area that you can be of service if you have an abundance of funds right now and are looking for a worthy place to partner
think
with.
Of combining natural medicine, allopathic medicine, and spiritual medicine in one large edifice. That's what
that would be amazing. That would be amazing, and that is the vision, and that's what you're doing.
Yes,
that's awesome. Yeah. So, what would you say to anyone right now who's not feeling good about themselves? What is? I know your programs definitely sound like a solution that don't have the side effects that come from drugs. So the good news, there are so many solutions, and that is definitely one. To really, if you don't feel like you are an important part of this universe, if you don't feel like your gifts, talents, and abilities are unique for you to have meaning in life, then definitely check it out.
The first thing I'll tell you is that if you are in California, please go to Agape every Sunday and Wednesday.
Yes.
But then, this is what I teach for success. One of the keys you'll find in one of my books called Successful Creation of Wealth. I say focus on what is working in your life. And what is not working will eavesdrop and begin to work.
I love that.
Everybody has 5 components. You are a spiritual being, dealing with your connection with God or with the intelligence that runs the universe. You are a social being, dealing with your connectivity with people, your workmates, your spouse. And then you are also a psychological being, dealing with your thoughts and feelings. You want happy thoughts and feelings. You are also a physical being, dealing with your health and beauty. And then a financial being, dealing with the quality service you give and money. Among these 5, something is working. So if your financial life is not working, but your physical life is working, start your day by describing how magnificently your physical life is working. You have beautiful eyes, blue, green, yellow eyes, whatever it is, how you are able to breathe. Describe your energy. And then ask your financial life. Financial life, how are you also working? And when you do this, your financial area will begin to eavesdrop. Because your financial area will want to feel as vibrant as your physical area. So if your relationship is working, describe it. And some other area not working will eavesdrop and begin to work.
That's a brilliant strategy. and as a habit, we don't do that. As a habit, we pick the one that isn't working and we complain about it and we moan and groan about it and we worry about it.
We go into what I call the pity petty party.
The pity petty party?
Yes.
Okay. No going.
To see my story. It's a sad story. Life doesn't care about your sad story. Life cares what you do with them.
Yes. Yeah.
And every success of every success of triumph came from trials. So turn your burdens into blessings. Turn your trials into triumphs. Turn your tests into testimonies.
Okay.
I mean, vibrant testimonies.
Say that again, those three things, because I think I missed one of them because of your beloved accent. So turn your petty, partying.
Yes,
okay.
you are having a party.
Right.
You know,
turn your
this
trials.
is my story, and then you say, "Oh, my story is
better,
worse than yours."
Right.
You are having
right.
a party of.
Got it. And then turn your trials into triumphs. Like that.
Your burdens into blessings.
Your
burdens.
Let me use
I
heard
Buccaneers
beddings, and I'm thinking
Burdens.
beddings like 300 count sheets into blessings.
Your
burdens. Thank you into blessings.
And your tests into successful testimonies.
Tests into successful testimonies. That's beautiful. How's your wife?
Magnificent, beautiful, as always, the most brilliant woman on the planet and very intuitive.
Yes. Please tell her that I send my love. I had a wonderful picture actually with her.
If you give me a kiss on the cheek, I won't bath. I'll take it all the way
to
her.
I have this great picture that we didn't get to beat, and I have Ricky on one side, and I have your wife on the other, and that was a very powerful moment in Africa. Absolutely. So, one last, I guess it's just coming in. I don't know why, but because, I don't always talk. My program is kind of a cross between NPR and Hay House. So we have like Marianne from Gilligan's Island on, and then we have Brother Ishmael Tete, Mystic, and Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. So in doing that bridge, for anyone who's listening who is not a fan of God, okay, and they will use things like, we're never going to have peace on the planet because, we've got too much war and there is no God. And if there was a God, we wouldn't have something like ISIS, or we wouldn't have something like Nepal. What is your answer to that?
When you come to inner peace, you will know that there's peace everywhere in the world right now. Yes, there are all of these conflicts, but like I said earlier on, these are only teachers teaching us that we are going in a way that is not working. It's not about the war. Sometimes, let me put it this way. You have a boil on your hand, and then you say, see, I'm having infection here on my hand. But it's speaking of the infection in the whole system. The boil is only the soft spot where the infection is showing up.
So ISIS and tragedies.
ISIS, the conflicts here in this country, the xenophobia in South Africa, are all saying that the human system
is breaking down.
And a new system is emerging. If you observe, the youth are seeking more of spiritual, inner fulfillment than just churchianity, just going to church and coming home. They're seeking something more. And this is where I know that the revolution is ripe and something good is about to happen.
Right. So it's a positive sign.
Yes.
It's not a sign that the world is going to heck in a handbasket.
No.
It's a sign that we are, we're on the cusp where we are.
Something's
going
happening
through a
to wake us up. We are awakening. There's more conversation about peace now than ever before.
Yes, true.
And now there are many of us now looking and seeing one another. For example, I'm working peace from Ghana. And now somebody in America will say, now let me go to your website. Let me go to your Facebook.
Yes.
Let me now see what you are doing on YouTube. And now they are connecting. People are now downloading even the Ethereum Mission app, and they are studying peace principles from the app and so on.
Beautiful.
So it's goodness is happening beyond it all.
And to practice your principle, to really speak and bring out all that is happening that is good, then the not so good boil will eavesdrop.
Let's describe the ideal world we believe is possible.
Yeah, go for it.
Describe the ideal world you believe is possible. It's something to do with the children. We call it the ideal world.
Yeah.
So they wake up every day describing the world they believe in. Sometimes children will say, when I grow up, I will do this and I'll do that. And we don't acknowledge these mumblings from children. We need to encourage this. Because they are speaking of the future that they know is more beautiful than now. And we adults too. All these negatives are happening. my heart goes to parents and families who are suffering out of these tragedies. But I want them to know that there is a beautiful rain to fall on the desert.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, my beloved. Thank
Give
you.
him a nice applause to. Love you. And unfortunately, we are out of time. We are at the end of my show when I do the balance bar, which is just inviting you to join me in the different things that I get to do when I'm not on the air. And this week, I will be on Thursday, the 18th. If you go to abaie.org, you'll see the details, and come join me at the Chino Center. I will be the keynote speaker of Health to Wealth Business Expo. So it's free admission, so please do come, give me a hug. I'll have my DVDs there and my motivational cards, 52 card pick me up, Stacking the Deck for Life Balance with Dr. Marissa. So please do come and enjoy a day of networking and packaging your gift to come and share. And you just never know, that would be a good practice point for people to come at Free Place. There's tons of exhibits and people who are sharing their unique gifts, talents, and abilities.
And you can have Conscious Humanity folks there to tell the world.
Yes, absolutely.
How to live a conscious life.
I'm sure. Also, if you would like to, Saturday, put it on your calendar, Yoga Day at the Agape International Spiritual Center. And guess who's teaching? Balanced Tai Chi Gong, promoting inner peace one breath at a time. That's right, yours truly, Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Thanks to all my past Oprah guests and winning some fabulous awards, and I am grateful for that. 2005 Role Model of the Year Award in Business and Media was actually presented by Hillary Clinton. And if you go to my Facebook, you'll see pictures of her and I. There's actually a series of pictures, and that was about the time of the cigar. So I make a joke about her because I was tempted to ask her about Monica Lewinsky, but I didn't. But she gave me this look that the caption could have been that. So anyways, I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. So join me Saturday for Yoga Day. And Balanced Tai Chi Gong is actually also known lovingly as Chinese yoga. And then finally, if you are not already, 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa. Today's show is day 16. So if you haven't gone on YouTube to check out the videos, don't complain. Yesterday's was Have a Guy Day. See yourself as a guy, because most guys... most girls think they're heavier than they are, not as smart as they are, and not as attractive. Most guys, on the other hand, seem to think they're better looking, more fit, and have more hair than they actually do. So I encourage my female clients to always think of themselves with a little less criticism and a little more of the guy day. So that's your balance tip for this week's Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa Pei. That's P for positive, EI. And remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
I learned to cry at an early age. People around me, my heart in a cage. It was a book, don't turn a page. I couldn't see past my rage. I wanted to dance, but I pushed you away. Now I'm on my knees, I'll listen to what you say. And you said, be my partner, dance with me. Just hold on, I will lead. Don't be afraid if you can't see. I promise you joy in the mystery. I wanted to believe in.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Slam the door on FeePay. Forget everything you know about selling online because I'm here to tell you about a new and revolutionary way to buy and sell on the internet. BuySellMakeOffer.com is here to shake up the web. Tired of paying those outrageous fees? You'll never pay a fee with BuySellMakeOffer.com. For a monthly membership package starting at only $7.95, you can list and sell up to 50 items. That would cost you nearly $100 with the other guys. Go right now to BuySellMakeOffer.com and sign up today. KCA